नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय.
Hi friends, this is NJ, host on this channel. So we will continue our discussion on the major arcana cards. The card which we are going to discuss today is the card number 13 in the major arcana card series, which is the death card. So we will have our discussion on the same 4 parameters which we have been following in this series. First we will try to understand this illustration, then we will try to understand the divinatory meaning of this card. We will also have a discussion around that what would remain to be the case if this card will come out to be reversed in your reading, because in tarot reversed card has got entirely different meaning as compared to its upright position. And the last would remain to be the real life situation where this card can be fitted in the lives of the people. So let's just start our discussion with a quick recap of all what we have studied so far. We have already discussed that tarot is basically used for doing a character analysis, to get a glimpse of the future, to get a solution to immediate turmoils, and to elevate and increase your spiritual state. In our this journey, we are following the Rider-Waite tarot cards. These pack of cards are the most popular and the most recommended one for the beginners. These Rider-Waite tarot cards were produced in the year 1910 by the famous occultist author Edward Waite, and on whose instructions the famous illustrator Pamela Colman Smith, she developed these tarot cards which we are studying right now. Now, we have already discussed that these tarot cards can be divided into 2 chunks, the major arcana cards and the minor arcana cards. Arcana is a Latin word which means secret. So these major arcana cards which we have started our discussion on are 22 in numbers. They carry one unnumbered card which is known as the Fool card, which is seen as a symbol of the soul, the spirit. And it has been believed that from the mirrors of spirituality that the unnumbered card is the Fool card, and the rest of the 21 cards of the major arcana card deck are the different lessons, experiences which this unnumbered card, the Fool, the soul, goes in the journey of this incarnation. It goes through different kind of hopes, joys, sorrows, fears before attaining fulfillment and completeness in the final 21st card. So we have so far discussed the Fool card, which tells about the beginning, the Magician card, which just tells about the action, the High Priestess card, which just tells about the spiritual enlightenment, inner illumination, Empress card, which tells about the amenities, luxury, fertility, Emperor card, which is the card number 4, which tells about the authority and regulation. Card number 5 is the Hierophant card, which just tells about the conventionality, the orthodox beliefs, the tradition. The card number 6 is the Lover's card, which tells about the relationship, about the sexuality, the values, personal belief. The card number 7 is the Chariot card, which is about the triumph, victory, heart control. Card number 8 is the Strength card, which is about the compassion, benevolence, strength. Card number 9 is the Hermit card, which is about the guidance, search. Card number 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, which is about the sudden turn of events, fortune in the favor of the querent, the favor of the reader. Then the card number 11, which is the Justice card, which is about the respecting judgment, balanced approach, and the fairness, impartiality. Card number 12 is the Hanged Man, which is about it's a contradictory card which we have discussed in detail, which is all about accepting the changes, surrendering yourself, sacrificing. Then the Fool now in his journey has reached the card number 13, which is the Death card. So first we will try to understand this illustration, because this illustration is very important to understand, because the image is very scary, the illustration is very scary, the name of the card is also very scary. So first of all, it has nothing to do with the physical death, one thing which you people need to understand. Second thing is, because I always emphasize on the illustration, because these illustrations are the combination of all the mysteries, philosophies, different religion, the magic ever been known to humankind. Just by looking at this illustration carefully, you might get a solution to your problem, solution to your current dilemma which you are going through. So when it comes to this illustration, you'll see this kind of skeleton figure on a white horse who has trampled over a fallen king, and he has just stood in front of a standing bishop and a woman and her her child. So, and on the flag you'll find the symbol of a 6-petal figure, which is seen as the as the symbol of the planet Mars, the significator of the energy. Then so what can we interpret by looking at this card? This card just again tells about the inevitability, unavoidability, the inexorable force of the death, which for against which even the kings, the rulers, even they do not have any control over. So this is all what we can derive from this card. Even the the river in the background just tells about the the transformation and life force into materialization, that this rivers, the water of this river gets sucked up by the sun, and again the rain happens. So this constant transformational process which happens, and the spiritual power has always gained an enlightenment and the realization of this transformational energy, but the material inclinement, material bondage always gets fallen, like the way this king has fallen here. So when it comes to understanding its divinatory meaning, so first of all this card tells about ending. So ending in the form of birth of new ideas, renewal, so a change, a transformation for good, so birth of something new. So ending, this also tells about the elimination of the excesses. So because only if you are you'll eliminate all the unwanted things, then only you will be able to focus on the few important elements in the hand. And this card is also very important because this also tells about accepting and understanding the inexorable, the inevitability of the universal energy, which is in the form of the death. So this is all what we can get to know from the upright meaning of this card, which in itself represents transformation, change, birth of new ideas, renewal. When this come to when it comes to understanding its reversed meaning, so whenever you will find this card to be in a reversed formation, this just tells about all kind of anarchy, upheaval, stagnation. So this is all what we can see, because now what is happening is, if this card is reversed, it is going against the force of the universal energy, universal functioning. So this is all what we can get to know if you will find this card to be reversed in your reading. Now any point of time, when it comes to understanding its real life meaning, its meaning in sync with the real life of the people. So let's say someone who has come to you for a reading is going through a ugly divorce, is completely in pain and bogged down by the difficulties of the life. So just the appearance of this card in that person's reading, will just give this indication, and even you need to give this hope to that person that this change was inevitable, inescapable in your life. You need to ride with the fate, and you need to see and look at the positive side, that whatever is happening here is happening for the birth of something good, something big and beneficial for you in the future sake. Same ways, someone who has come to you for a reading and he's going through heavy financial losses in the business, the appearance of this card is just going to give this indication that you need to give this hope to that person, that he need to eliminate the excess and focus on the few things which he has in his hand, so that because all these changes which the life is putting at him are happening for something good and big to happen in the future. So this is all what I wanted to say as my take on the card number 13, the death card. I hope you guys found this video informational. For further more updates and notification on tarot, please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks.